got into investing and personal finance when I was 14. And I also grew up as a musician and a bunch of other weird hobbies as I got older. But finance and personal growth and joining the fire community has really like stuck with me throughout all the years. As of now, my channel is more about just real estate and stock market investing. I like to pick individual stocks that I'm interested in. At that point, it was about the middle of November when I started this, and a lot of the popular finance YouTubers were talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and there was getting a lot of hype around it. So I was like, why don't I just try it? So I watched a few videos of different apps, different websites you can use to invest in the cryptocurrencies, and I got started using Coinbase. That's just my preferred platform. And my personal investing strategy that I like the most is dollar cost averaging. It's worked very well for me throughout the years. So I said, I'm just going to put $100 a week into there every single week and just let it sit and see what happens.
Have you dabbled in other cryptocurrencies or just Bitcoin?
Just Bitcoin, but I do want to be completely transparent. I put like $20 into Dogecoin when that had its big hype when GameStop and Wall Street Bets is happening. I made a little bit of money off that, but that was just more for laughs. So I've been investing to the stock market for about 4 years. I started when I was 18. I'm 22 now, and when I got started, I actually have a weirder start than most investors. So my neighbor who lived across the street used to work on Wall Street. I have a Robinhood account, which I have now switched over to Webull because of current events that are happening with Robinhood and everybody suing it. Where I put $1,000, my own money, and I want to turn it into $10,000. And I actively trade on that daily, and I talk about it in my Discord, just so people in that community have something to talk to me about, and it's more fun. Watching your channel, I've liked it a lot. I watch a lot of your interviews. I love the conversations you have with people. How did you get your start with trading and investing? Are you a long-term investor? Are you a short-term investor?
I wouldn't consider myself much of a trader. I'm not like a day trader by any means at all. More so investor. I did start investing about 4 years ago, so similar to you. So I really, and I'm not as young as you for sure. I'm in my late 30s. So I really wished I had started as young as your age. But so kudos to you for getting started at such a young age. And I'm really inspired by your story of really taking the initiative to take time to go and talk to your neighbor who was from Wall Street, right? So of course you went to someone who's dealt with it, learned along the way, and really reflecting on it and internalizing that knowledge. So good for you. My approach, I would say, is mostly longer term horizon. That being said, I don't just invest in dividend stocks. I also invest in growth stocks. So there are some growth companies that I do see, although they don't pay a dividend, but I do feel that from a fundamental perspective, they have a bright future ahead of them from a valuation perspective. I believe that that's the right time for me, and I have a longer term. So if it goes down, I'm not going to panic and necessarily sell. And if anything, I will try to similar approach as you, dollar cost average.
That's actually really cool. I like people who have like a sound plan of what they're doing, and it sounds like really secure. Well, your approach is more passive now. Do you have side hobbies as well that you do? Because I know you live in Canada. I'm not well educated what's going on in Canada. I'm not sure if you live in a rural area or if you're in a city.
Are you pursuing fire journey yourself? Or I know you're very young, but yeah, I'm just curious. Someone yourself, like yourself, Joe, are you thinking about retirement, or is it too early for you to even think about it?
Like I said before, you live and you learn. The cannabis industry is definitely a shaky industry. I'll admit that 100%. Because one day you can be up 30%, and the next day you can be right back to where you started. So you definitely have to stay on top of it, almost as like a daily occurrence. Thank you for having me. It's been an honor. It's been a lot of fun talking to you. It's definitely interesting learning things about what you do in your personal life and how trading is done in Canada as well.
Thank you, Joe. No, I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun talking to you. With that, thank you so much for joining me.